What's good, fam? How is everybody tonight? You all right?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you?
It's been kind of busy.
Ah,
It's been a busy weekend, busy last week, and it looks like it's about to be a busy this week.
gonna
But
continue to be busy. Okay.
we
Well, hey,
hanging in there. We hanging in there. So glad I get to hang with you and everybody else. Shout out
hey,
everybody in YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. What's
get a
good?
little us time. Get a little
Yes.
us.
Kind of get myself together from a long week, just relax and have a good time. Comment where you are watching from tonight. If you are new actually to relationship realities, we on Mondays, we're going to dig deep into relationships, of course, but we also going to take a look at Black culture as well as trending topics.
Mhm.
Speaking of trending topics, let's just get right on in it. The Grammys. I have to say, for the Grammys to be and during Black History Month, it was
Okay.
nothing but Black excellence
Excellence.
last night. It was amazing to see all of the major categories. We had representation.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, we starting Black History Month out pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
yeah. That was a very good showing by us as a whole. Nobody acted a fool. Everybody was, you know, good and fun and respectful. And even the disrespect, it was still cool. So, I was like, okay, that's gotta be like nobody has ever won a battle like that.
Mhm.
your diss track played at the Grammy, no. And it won all the awards. Nobody will top that.
I was looking at some of the best and worst moments, and one of them actually being Kendrick Lamar, because in every single category,
Mm.
and it was five of them, he won. Like, who can say that?
Hey,
Every category you won. Like, that's massive.
he's out there holding them, cradling them.
So a shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Much respect. And congratulations.
My, how far the genre has come.
So much so that even Mustard, the infamous producer, has teamed up with, and it's kind of like slick, has teamed up with
Nice.
Heinz. I saw the video and I ain't gonna lie, it was a dope commercial. Let me
Okay,
know it. Ladies and gents, let me know what y'all think.
I gotta watch that. Let's see.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty
Listen,
dope. That was pretty dope.
listen. I absolutely love that. So let me tell you the how far back I have been wishing somebody gravitated to the culture and
Mhm.
mass produced a commercial of that nature. Lil Wayne and Lollipop, I was like, that should be like a anthem every Halloween. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what? Every company that has a lollipop should have used that song. Still not too late. I'm glad to see like the culture being embraced as a whole.
Mm.
And so what I hope this isn't is not your classic, all right, inward moment. We gonna give you everything one good time. We don't want to hear from y'all if y'all don't win after a while anymore. Like, no, have us in here because this is what we earned, this is what we deserve. Bill, I mean, I don't know what the numbers were for Beyonce's The Country album. I'm glad she won. Do you remember a couple nights ago? I said it is 2025, and watch, we have another first. How many black men and women have sang country?
Like
2025 first.
first,
First black female.
very much so. Very much so. And going back to Heinz ketchup,
Mm,
that was such a boss move,
that
though.
was.
I mean, the visuals were just out of this world, and it's good to see in the climate that we're in. After the discussions that we had last week,
Mhm.
to see what I deem as somewhat of a conservative company
Mm,
to embrace
yeah.
our culture. And man, I mean, it's perfect timing. 5 Grammys. 5 Grammys.
Yeah, let
Now
alone
you
Super
got
Bowl.
this deal. I
I
mean,
mean, I
it's
mean,
hard. And
now
I'm super excited about the Super Bowl halftime performance. Although I was trying to see it. I don't know if New Orleans was trying to be funny and say, "Hey, we want a family-friendly event." You
you know,
know,
you know what? I laughed so hard when I saw that because you're talking about a city that is known, one, for fun, and two, the only way you really get them beads is
Mm,
if you show your boobs. So I mean, come on now. Now that does not disqualify them from having good, wholesome folks that are a bit more conservative. So I
so
mean,
you're talking
you
about,
got to pick your poison, though.
they need to consider their demographic, is what you say, basically.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay, okay. I could see that. I could see that. Although I will, they did make, and I wonder how that's going to play out this year. They
Mhm.
spoke about how many women
Mhm.
turned up and watched the Super Bowl last year
Ah,
because of your girl,
and Lady Swift. Okay,
Miss Taylor Swift.
okay.
Yes. So that's why there were a lot more female geared commercials. So I'd be interested to see, are they going
Mm.
to piggyback off of that this year?
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, y'all buy. I mean, it may be our party who went to the store, right? It may be, our again, our time to go celebrate the game, but hey babe, can you pick me up a jersey?
Mhm.
Like, who goes and does the actual buying?
Fine.
They'll market something to us. Well, no. They'll market something to women for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I can believe that, even down to going to get the groceries for the game.
Now, another moment that I really enjoyed during the Grammys was, finally, I feel like, Etta James, at last, Beyonce has secured her Grammy Award for Album
Album
of
of the
the
year.
Year, in addition to Country Album. Now, I'm not a big fan of the country album, but I am very happy and excited for her because I feel as if, I initially thought like she's taken away from others trying to move into that space that look like us.
Mm.
But the more I saw what she was doing was pulling them up with her, especially with that Texan halftime performance. I'm rethinking it.
Mm.
And brief snippet of her in her acceptance speech for album of the year.
I'd like to thank and acknowledge and praise all of the firefighters for keeping us safe. I just feel very full and very honored. It's been many, many years.
Many, many years. I wonder how many years it's been.
Album.
Ah!
I just want to thank the Grammys, every songwriter, every collaborator, every producer, all of the hard work. I want to dedicate this to Miss Martell, and I hope we just keep pushing forward, opening doors. God bless y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And when she said Miss Martell, she is referring to, and I had to look her up, Miss Marta Martell. She was the first Black woman to be on the scene with Country Music Awards.
And what year was that?
That's a good question. I don't know. But she is, I do know with her winning this Grammy, it's been 50 years since another Black woman had won it. So 50 years between Beyonce and whoever else. So like I said, big ups, Black History Month. We starting off strong.
Mhm.
I'm excited for her. I know you got your Beyonce haters, but I think it was a big moment, not just for her, but
Yeah.
for the culture.
Yeah, I think that was a very big moment too. Like you gotta give her credit for the things that she does, and she does well. I mean, she did, the whole concert circuit, or what is it, festival circuit, where she had the Coachella performances, and she won, awards for that. I mean, she's been in groups, they won awards for that. She struck out on her own, she won awards for that. She's sang kind of in the opera arena. She's, been television and film nominated.
Yeah.
And then she's done country, which just so happens to be another first, or the first in 50 years, and all that stuff. Now I wonder if she will challenge herself in a different way and try another genre of music and see if she can do something there, or was this country piece just this is something I know is probably really attainable and would mean a lot to us, and I'm going to stop here. I think she should challenge herself at this point.
At that point, yeah. I mean, rumor is that metal, a rock album is what's next. So that's rumor.
Hey,
My lights right, y'all.
I mean, I would not even doubt that goes absolutely viral, like globally. A Beyonce rock album. Do you know how many Black rockers there are, especially Black female rockers? And Beyonce could make, I mean, forgive me because I don't know the particular styles and all that, but she could definitely make the grunge album. She could definitely make the scream into the microphone time. She could easily make that.
I'm not ready for that.
But I could see she's shown us those personalities though.
Agree.
And so
she's very versatile.
Yeah, so in rock, she'll be able to just be that just loud, outrageous outburst, just rage against the machine person that we I mean, hey, that we all knew was inside of her, but she had to keep up her image. And I mean, if she could spin that like that, wow. She has to be a marketer.
Margaret. Now, what I will say is one of the worst moments, and it ties back to Beyonce. I think it was a bad part on the Grammys to have Taylor Swift present her with that Country Album of the Year award. Like, we couldn't find nobody else to present that award. I mean, are y'all trying to show the people that they good? I mean, I just thought it was a bad look overall. You couldn't
Yeah,
find nobody else.
yeah. I mean,
What about a black country
even she,
singer?
but Beyonce was surprised, right, that she won. I wonder if Taylor opened it and was like, "Oh my god!" So maybe nobody really knew who was going to win it, let alone Beyonce. Because you know what I remember about hearing about her in country was they didn't want her in the genre.
Hmm?
And I heard her response, but it wasn't anything mean or vile or nasty, of course. But I mean, it was strong. And she just continued to carry herself in a way that, I mean, you can't help but root for her. I mean, ah, I
Yeah, yeah.
tried not to like her before. I just can't.
I think another best, and this is the last one that I'm gonna mention tonight, moment was the weekend
Mm,
ended his 4-year boycott of the Grammys.
mm,
Apparently, the CEO of the Grammys issued a apology to the weekend, and I was like, "Ugh, I didn't quite remember what the issue was, but the weekend was upset 4 years ago because he indicated, and we all know this, that the Grammys were having these secret committee meetings and that he
mm,
had a, fire year. And that year he did not receive not one Grammy, nor did he, I think, nor
Did
was
not
he even
hate it.
nominated.
Mhm,
And so I commend him for sticking to it. But
mhm.
4 years is a long time
Yeah, it is.
to get acknowledged, not even to submit your music for the Grammys.
Mm.
And I'm not for sure what all was said, but the weekend was like, hey, it's time for me. Let's go.
Uh, I mean, I'm sure that his fans are glad and happy. I'm sure he's happy. I mean, that taking a stand money gets short fast. I mean, I can only imagine in the music game is you definitely got to keep putting music out to stay relevant.
Yeah.
So, this is music's biggest night. You refuse to be a part of. Okay, what
And
was this? 60 something Grammys?
looking, I didn't get a snippet, but I have to say I was not impressed with his performance. Maybe I'm over the whole grungy death like vocals, but it was and this is one of my worst moments of the Grammy nights. It was very underwhelming performance.
I can't comment on it because I didn't even see it. I saw
You
what he
couldn't
was looking like.
say that.
I saw what he was looking like, and I was just like,
Looking like Satan, death.
yeah, I don't know. Now, I will say, people said Kanye was one of the worst of the
Oof.
night. You see, you know what? I like Kanye. I think it was genius one, to put him back in kind of the spotlight, and then two, I didn't know that she had a fur on before,
Mm.
and the opposite of what she did, and her name is Sensory or whatever it is, like that kind of censoring. She had on a full length fur, fully covered up. Of course, people got something to say about that. It's PETA. You can't wear fur. Da, da, da. And she goes to the opposite extreme and has nothing on. Oh my God, no. We can't. We don't want to see your body. Like, you can't appease everybody, no matter what you do at either extreme, nor anywhere in between.
I honestly think this was a failed attempt at attention.
Uh, I don't think Kanye is an attention guy. Not in this regard. I think something's coming. I don't know what, but something.
Something's coming, huh?
Yeah, he never goes to the Grammys.
Facts, which is why I was shocked, surprised to
Yeah,
see
you know
him
what?
live.
North said they're working on an album, so I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I was not looking for her nor her nakedness.
Hey, great stunt. It's Kanye.
Speaking of attention, this is another failure I feel in an attempt for attention.
Mm,
What
yeah,
WTF is going on?
I mean,
He got a mansion on his head, castle, whatever, and she in her lingerie with a black tooth looking like I can't even think of it. If in the chat, y'all, if y'all remember that one Disney movie with the
oh,
horrible teacher, and she had the black tooth. She's really looking like her. I'm like,
what in the hell? It's your dad, and he didn't kind of bounce back. Now here y'all go. Like, what kind of look is this? Like, how is that fashion? If it is fashion, why is that fashion? I mean, I don't know what is she portraying. Like, what? I mean, all we can say is he's well dressed with some BS on his head, and that's not brown sugar. And she over there just, I don't. And is that a tattoo down her neck? Like,
yes, sir.
like she looking like a walking field goal. I don't know.
I mean, we had a conversation last week about, and make sure you check out last week's live stream if you didn't get a chance to, how your dress is kind of like your calling card. Like, it determines how
Yeah,
people approach you, how people treat you. Baby,
absolutely.
hot mess. I'm sorry. Hot mess.
Why even show up looking like that?
Very failed attempt at attention seeking.
How far is too far to let your kid express yourself before they become this?
That is a great question because I would immediately stop this. Like, I understand.
Well, okay. So judging in the past, at what stage of this foolishness would you have stopped it? Because this isn't their first time doing,
You're right. So
and then
from day one, out the womb, like I understand you want to be different. At the same time, I need you to look presentable outside of this.
boundaries.
You can still be you. Show
Absolutely.
yourself through certain things, but because and maybe things are different for them because they are celebrities. But for the rest of us who have a 9 to 5, this is
Yeah,
not gonna fly.
at
Ever,
all. Ever,
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 ever.
ever, ever. And I know this is a tangent. I was thinking about this afternoon.
Mm.
I was bumping a little R&B. Where are my R&B people at? Like, dudes. And I
Yeah,
know I'm gonna get some haters probably in the comment section, but I was bumping R. Kelly, feeling on your
mm,
booty,
mhm,
booty. Like
mhm.
that was the jam. Where
Man, what?
at?
What?
Fellas, Bryson Tillerson, I need y'all to come and recruit. I need some more of that feel good R&B
Yeah,
music. 'Cause
definitely feel good music.
now I miss it.
Hey, I mean, ain't no booties to feel. They are BBLs. I mean,
Ah,
it's plastic. You can't sing about that. It's
you can
no.
still feel on it though.
Yeah, it ain't not enough to make a song. No, it don't feel real. Don't feel real. No, but I mean, it's just a different time, I think,
Mhm.
because if you look back at maybe our parents' time frame, they had the souls singing, and everybody, the male groups were big back then. Everybody's singing, trying to impress the ladies. I mean, the Five Heartbeats, one of my favorite movies, and it's just about all the men getting together, singing, trying to win these women over through singing. I mean, of course, they had the women in there or whatnot, but I mean, for the most part, it was all men. And look, they're vying for one particular group of women's attention, so they know like they can just give it their all. And I mean, it died down. Why? Kind of hard to say. Because it's easy to blame it on either gender. Um,
It's a generational thing because
yeah.
we now do not respect marriage and
Mm,
long-term relationships like we did previously.
mm-hmm.
So
True.
nobody's in love anymore. No one,
True.
it's strictly business, very
Mm-hmm.
transactional. And I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Mm-hmm.
truly do.
Yeah.
And hence the reason why Relationship Realities is here to give y'all the raw truth, let y'all know the good, the bad, the ugly, and let you know there's nothing wrong with being in love, baby.
Man, it's
Nothing.
okay. It's okay. What the best feelings you ever
Oh, let me tell you.
had.
But that doesn't mean you don't have your downs.
True.
You still
Mm.
have lots of ups.
And that was so crazy about love. It make you love them too.
Yeah, it does. Okay, we're gonna have to move to another topic. This young lady, they are deeming her as the 90-day fiance. Now, to give y'all some backstory before we show this video, this young lady, up and I none of this has been confirmed, but a young lady fell in love with a 19-year-old Pakistani. She herself is 33, again from New York. She got a flight, went to Pakistan to go and consummate this marriage that she said she had, I guess an online marriage in Utah with this young man. And she gets to Pakistan. She says she's Muslim, and she's has the hijab and everything. She gets there, and the young man's family does not approve of the marriage. Shocking. Western culture, Eastern culture.
Mhm.
So she's like, "Well, I'm I'm not going to give up." They take the young man and put him into hiding. And she says, "No, baby, we married and I'm going to get my man." She decides to step out and do a sit in at the family's house. And she says she's not going nowhere. Here is a quick snippet of her interviewing with a local reporter. Mind y'all, this has been all over social media. Everybody is making memes about this poor soul. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge.
All, what's your name?
Oh, Nigel Hamid.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan.
You are not from Pakistan.
Yes, I
You born in Pakistan?
am. No, but I'm from here.
You born where?
I'm from here.
You from here? Okay. Right now, what's your demands?
I want 20K up front, 5K to 10K to stay here every week because we might just move, me and my family. And I want those demands from the government right away. I want these houses to be built up correctly. And I want pools in the backyard. And I want these demands to be straightened out right away. I want power in the building correctly. And I want everything to be fixed right away.
What's the reason against your demands?
These reasons because these people should not be suffering like this.
So I'm confused now because I thought you were there to get married and be with your husband. Now you speaking for the people? I'm a little confused.
How far do you let delusion go before it like has to be professionally checked? Like we got people just out here running around like that, like just I'm not one to talk about anybody, to each his own, but it's news because we know better than that. Like
Yeah.
how I'm surprised she's still alive. And I don't mean that in a mean way, in a bad way, but like that you cannot go around to other places in the world and just impose your cultural will upon a whole nother group of people. What? No. That's very, very dangerous. And my fear is if there was something to happen, there will be a whole cross section of people that will be up in arms, want to go fight, and it's like, come on. You don't see anything wrong with that.
And in this the culture, the season right now where we don't have a great relationship. The US does not
With
have a great
nobody.
relationship with Pakistan.
I mean, this
She
we
said
ain't got a good relationship with nobody right now.
where well, oof, child. Let's see what else you
Yeah.
say.
Okay. But you says last time your demand is 5,000. Now you say your demand is 20K. Why?
20K up front, 5 to 10K every week.
Okay.
Tell the government we need this money right now
Why you are not going America again?
because my job is done there. I own a business out there.
What's your job?
I own a business,
Which type of business?
a clothing line.
Okay. Where's your business?
It's in New York
New York. Why you are not going to New York again back?
because I'm moving my business to Dubai.
You move your business in Dubai?
Yes.
Okay.
Um
I mean, hey, either she's a very savvy businesswoman, or she's how do you say, delusions of grandeur.
Well, I mean, her son has come out to a local
Okay.
New York station and indicated that she is mentally unwell. I
I
mean,
mean, come
we
on
we
now.
knew that
Yeah.
looking at the videos. I
And
mean,
that's
and this is not the
dangerous.
only video. This has been for days, days upon days. And I'm like you. I am shocked that they are entertaining this
Mhm.
young lady, that they don't feel, maybe they don't feel threatened by her because she is a black woman. And I hate to
She
say
ain't got no power.
she is not representing us very well.
Mhm.
I'm sorry,
Mhm. And
but
and
you I,
look what gets on TV even around the world.
I hope that she comes back safe. That is
Yeah.
totally my concern for her at this moment. Because
Yeah.
they don't play over there.
Mm-mm. Oh no. Especially not about their culture, and then you're telling the government now. Like what? Are
Yeah,
you serious, ma'am? Yeah, I'm serious. You'd be dead somewhere.
interesting. Very interesting. I'm sure there will be more to come on this young
Can't
lady.
wait to see it or not see it. Probably
Our
not.
next topic for the night. Men
Mm.
love bomb women. This came up because, and y'all know, Jeezy and Janae have been in the news
Mm.
a lot since their
Quite a ski text.
announcement of their divorce, but most recently because a 911 call was put out there where she called 911 to gain access into Jeezy's home because there was a court order allowing her to enter the home so that she could get her belongings, the last of her belongings. And, she's mentioned several times that he was abusive. He walks around with guns. She doesn't want her child around him. I don't even know if he has custody now, but I know she was fighting so that he would not be able to have custody. And I cannot confirm nor deny what she is saying, but it brought into question, is he love bombing her? And for those of you who don't know what love bombing is, I'm going to share with you and I was shocked by this, that the where we got it at here. The Cleveland Clinic, shockingly, and the Cleveland Clinic has some authority behind their name.
Mhm.
They actually have blog specifically about love bombing. And
Mm.
they define love bombing as a form of psychological and emotional abuse that involves a person going above and beyond for you in an effort to manipulate you into a relationship with them. It looks different from every person, but it usually involves some form of excessive flattery and praise, over communication of their feelings for you, showering you and with unneeded and unwanted gifts, and early intense talks about your future together. So, and there's certain people that do this.
Mhm.
Do you think that people who do love bomb, that it's intentional or unintentional?
So, as I understand it, love bombing is the intentional side where they are doing these things for no other reason other than to gain advantage over you, to make you depend on them, to make, whether it's depending on for good feelings, whether it's depending on, for actual things, if it's for paying for a bill, like they're dependent on you in some kind of way. And the way that you manipulate, them is with the manipulation of these things. So I think
But
it
what
can
about
be.
those who say, "Oh, I'm just doing what my mother, I saw my mother and father do. Um,
Mhm.
I was hurt as a child."
So I was watching I forget the lady's names, good, really good Indian psychologist lady, and she was saying, let me just tell you what love bombing is not.
Okay.
And she says, if we go out to eat and it's our first couple of dates and I take you to a nice restaurant, that's not love bombing because most times we do try to impress on the first date or something of that nature. So that's not love bombing. If you guys are in a relationship, let's say a couple months in, and legit somebody needs help or somebody mentions something and they're like, maybe this is one of those things that, really shows that I'm there for you type deal, whatever the situation is, or if they just really need it, whatever.
Yeah.
And you step up and you do that with no ill intentions, that's not love bombing. Love bombing is when I come pick you up on the first date and I send a limo and it brought you to the mall for you to pick out a dress and get your makeup done, and then it whisked you away to the restaurant where I'm waiting for, like, way, way, way above and beyond, making it feel like prom every time that something's. That's love bombing. The thing that sucks about love bombing, and I don't even really attribute that to love bombing. What I attribute to love bombing is the inability to sustain that.
Ah.
You can keep doing that. It's not love bombing. It's who you are. It's what you have the capability to do. Now, whether or not you are used to that, or, oh man, my normal is your dream.
Mm.
To the person that it's normal to, it's not love bombing. This is just what I do because I don't have any ill intent behind it. So I think the love bombing piece comes when, okay, I've ran the bag up on you long enough. Oh, I got you. Okay. Every now and then I'll stretch out for you. Or, oh well, that was just to get you. Like, I mean, there's different ways that people play that game. I mean, you know what? The worst ones. What if you get in there and you start taking care of a family member or something?
Mm.
You,
Yeah.
oh, my mama, she needs, and you come through and and it's just like the whole time they're like, oh yeah, I got you. So that's another one of the behaviors that women can mistakenly attribute to from a gold digging standpoint. What else do you expect? That is just a love bomb. That's what it is. I mean, you're asking for the things that you like to be bombed with. That, to me, that's the only difference. I mean, you see the trend now with the ladies. Oh, hey, I want to take you out on a date. Oh, okay. You gonna get my hair done? You gonna get my nails done? You gonna pay for the babysitter? You gonna pay for everybody to get food on the way out? Like, That's a love. If a man stepped up and just said, yeah, she wouldn't even know what to do.
She gonna
So
get that hair done. And then
for sure. For sure.
That's
But what else can you ask for? Nothing. Because you got everything.
So Mama Bear Doll. Hey, hun. Nice to see you in the chat. She says, I've been getting love bombed by the wrong guys. Dang. I'm right there with you, girl. I'm like, dang. Can I get love bombed a little bit? So then you're do you believe that you can initially be love bombed and then later on into the relationship you're not?
If it's genuine, no. The reason I say that it because we have examples of those very, very long lasting, old, sustained relationships, even if it's grandma and grandpa, great grandma, grandpa. Like, the reason they lasted so long was because of the consistency. He whatever grandma's thing was, he did it every Friday, every payday. Like, whatever their thing was or her thing was, he made sure he did that thing, and vice versa. So as long as he was able, and you know what, that might be why grandma ain't say nothing. He could keep it up. Hey.
Mama Bear said, can you recommend a few guys?
Nah, I don't know any love bombers. Know some that have bombed that love, but I don't know about no love bombers.
Why do you think some men resort to love bombing?
It's the fastest way to get what you want.
Oh, I mean, it
just
did
a straight line.
Very early and intense when they do it. You know,
I want to take you out. Okay, you gonna get my hair done and my nails done? Yep, come on, let's go. Oh, you expecting something after the date because you're gonna be whining and dining me? Yep. Oh, okay. Yep. Let's go. Oh, great. He took me to the mall. He took me to Morton's, and we went to the Rockets game. And it's about relative value. If money's no object to me, guess what? All that stuff that you're requesting means nothing because I can sustain that. I mean, that's why. What do they say? Was it wealthy men aren't faithful or whatever? Because I mean, they got enough money to do whatever it is they really want to do, and most times it comes down to money.
So, how would ladies know when they're really truly getting love bombed?
If you know that what he's doing is not sustainable. So I'll give you an example. Sad example now that I think about it. I was dating a person and I went to open her door. And she told me, don't be starting nothing that you can't continue doing. And I'm like, opening the door? Like, all right. So I see what the basis is. Like, so that was my standard though. That's how I grew up. That's what, I know makes a woman feel good. It's funny, my buddy, he was telling my lady the other day, is like, he always gets me in trouble because, he's always, he's not doing anything wrong. He's always doing what he's supposed to do. We're walking and I'm holding hands. Of course, him and his wife, they've been in it together for some years. They walking. She turned around and looked like, yeah, why you ain't got my hand? And I'm not doing anything wrong. It's my standard. But, it's just kind of what it is. So it's not, and I don't think what he did early on was a love bomb. I think that was natural feelings. I think that was, really good. But at some point, it probably wasn't even anything that happened. It could have been something simple like distance because of working, and you get out of the habit of doing it. And I mean, that's just something that's just hard to rekindle. It's just, probably a natural thing. It probably happens randomly sometimes, and they probably think it's the most magical thing in the world, not really realizing this is something that y'all used to do all the time. So I don't think that most times love bombing is intentional. I think people want to put their best foot forward. I think people want to show you what they can do. I think I don't agree with that. I think that early on things should be very, very simple in order to see if you really like somebody. And I think that will prevent love bombing. Like if they're the intent to really, really get somebody, it comes with requirements these days. And the requirement is a love bomb, sounds like. I mean, just think about the things that we hear.
And that brings me into question. Was Matt Barnes's wife love bombed? Because she done put it out here that he out in the streets with 8 different women.
I mean, they say it ain't tricking if you got it. I mean, he love bombs. He dropping them left and right. I mean, what did I just get through saying? Like, what is money to somebody that money isn't a thing to? So, I mean, it just is what it is. It's the shortest distance to what you want.
Well, ladies, some of the red flags you definitely need to look out for is the over the top very early on, meaning, he's telling you he loves you. Another early sign is when he makes you feel bad about spending time with your family and friends, trying to seclude you. And, unfortunately, a lot of times these young women who, and again, I'm only speaking from the women's side. It's not just women. It does happen to men too. But I know at least with women, they get caught up and it ends badly. They don't know how to leave. And should you feel like you are getting love bombed, I wholeheartedly advise you to seek guidance on the best way to exit out of that relationship. Real talk. It's no joke. We laugh on here trying to make lighthearted of a lot of topics, but if you really truly feel like you've been love bombed and you are in a situation where you are getting hurt emotionally, spiritually, physically, seek
Get out.
professional assistance
Absolutely.
to get out of that situation. And that goes for the guys too.
Absolutely. Don't be ashamed. Get out that thing.
The way you said that. Okay, H-Town player. To get out that
one time. Still got it. Still got it.
Well, ladies and gents, we thank you again for hanging out with us today. We just kind of, did our own thing.
Didn't want to miss y'all.
We didn't want to miss y'all at all. But we will definitely see y'all next week, same time, same channel, whether that be YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Until next time, wish you much love, peace. We'll see y'all next week.